Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy. Come back at you with another Minion Masters video. God, kill me. Hey, today we're going to be looking at a Stormbringer deck that I really liked. It utilizes Resonating Blast Crystal, which is a card that recently got buffed. It's been a lot more effective than I thought it would be. In my video looking at the patch notes, I said I wouldn't really change anything, and I was wrong. It's really good. If you're new, please consider subscribing and follow my Twitch channel if you enjoy my content. If you have any questions, either leave a comment or join the Discord in the description where we can answer your questions there. I also have a whole bunch of other cool decks on my Discord that I've played with or played against. So if you want to look at those are there too. All right, self-promotion done. Let's get into the video. So this is the deck. First, we'll talk about Mana Puff. Pretty much you can put in any one drop here, but I put in Mana Puff because if you look at its eyes, it's very hypnotizing, and it was calling to me to put it in the deck. And also, it's a good one drop, and this deck pushes a lot, and it's also a lot of the time it's able to get back its 1 mana that you spend on it. But if you want to include any one drop, that's fine. If you have Disruptor Puff, Screaming Strat, Squire Puff, any of those are fine. I put Atrocities in a lot of my decks. They're just a cheap anti-air unit that can follow up on your pushes and take both bridges. Not much to them. They're just a solid card in my opinion. Normally I'd run Frost Feathers in this deck instead of Propeller Scrats. With them being a lower cost, I liked them more in this deck. You can either switch them out for Frost Feathers in your version. It doesn't matter. Just personal preference, I think. Now, this is the key to this deck. So as I said before, Resonating Blast Crystal got buffed in the last patch, and I decided to try them out instead of just saying, oh, they're not going to be good, you know, because that's kind of how things go. I always say things are going to be bad, and then I try them and I was like, oh, that's pretty good. You do need to run 2 Resonating Blast Crystals. It's not very good with 1, but trust me, it's worth running both of them. The reason that I think it's so good is if you want to just take out a group of small health units, bam, play down 1. If you pop both of them on one thing, it does about 400 damage, which with its AoE is actually 400 damage and a pretty big AoE. So whenever I was telling my friends about this deck and telling them how I thought Resonating Blast Crystal was good, they're like, why don't you just run Fireball? Things that make Resonating Blast Crystal better than Fireball does not have as much cast time. So you know how Fireball has to arc through the air? No. If you look here, 0.8 seconds. You won't miss. You can't miss a Resonating Blast Crystal. Fireball also has a smaller AoE, and it doesn't have the explosive effect of playing a second Fireball. So currently, if you're going to run 2 of them, run 2 Resonating Blast Crystals. If you're only going to run 1, run a Fireball. That is my 2 cents on the matter. I do think 2 Resonating Blast Crystals is better than running 1 Fireball, though. As I said, we were running Stormbringer as our master, and Cannon Roller does insane amounts of damage, especially once he gets Marksmanship, because he's able to just kite things back, and it really takes a long time for things to reach him, and normally he just kills them before he gets there. If you follow him up on a push and you have something get to the enemy's Nexus, and then the enemy plays down cards to kill your stuff, Cannon Roller attacks the Nexus, rolls back, and then it will re-aggro on the other units that your opponent plays down to counter them, and the Cannon Roller will take them out. I've talked about Magma Cannon a lot in other videos as well. Magma Cannon is an insane card, got good health, really good damage, and with Stormbringer, once it gets some of the marksmanship, its range is huge, and it can actually help you take out units that are on your opponent's side of the field rather than purely being a reactive card against things that are coming towards you. Whirly Sky is just a solid card. Even though we have a lot of AoE with the Resonating Blast Crystals, or Blasty Boys, as they're also known. Everyone calls them Blasty Boys. If you don't call them Blasty Boys, I don't know what's wrong with you. A lot of people's counter to Living Statues, playing a lot of little things around them, so you play down Living Statue, get Whirly Scrat behind him, Whirly Scrat takes out all the things that your opponent tries to stop Living Statue with. Easy as that, homies. So even though we're playing Stormbringer, and this already has Marksmanship, Marksmanship is our tier 2, and I really think that it's worth running this one over the its 4 mana equivalent, because this gets shield and marksmanship as well for 1 more mana, and I think it's just worth it. So originally I put Living Statue in this deck, and I was just kind of like, okay, and as I was just throwing the deck together, and he's worked out really well, because with the Blasty Boys, they're able to take out all the different units that your opponent tries to stop Living Statue with, so he's able to reach the opponent's base very often, and also provide you a lot of value with your Blasty Boys. And last but not least, the one, the only ATG drone. Yeah, this guy is just insane. Does so much damage. Whenever people put down things to kill him that are air, you're able to kill them with your blasty boys. And so ATG drone is just able to keep trucking and dealing his damage. The marksmanship with him is all right. I mean, it's not, needed, but it's nice. So that's kind of the deck. It's just a kind of a standard Stormbringer deck, but with Resonating Blast Crystal, it adds a lot of effectiveness to the deck. But yeah, this is my version of the deck. If you have other cards you like running with Stormbringer, you can go ahead and try those out. I wouldn't want to make this deck any more expensive than it currently is. You're kind of going to want to be cycling between your whole deck, getting to your Resonating Blast Crystals, and using those to give you a lot of value. Now I'll go into some gameplay, and I hope you enjoy that. Kapow! As you can see, I recorded these videos on stream, and that's why you can see my good old fancy face right there. Don't be too impressed. My opponent decides to start with a Whirly Scrat, and I'm fine with that. I play down Magma Cannon, which is able to just kill a Soul Stealer, so, whatever. That's cool. Kind of waiting for my opponent to see what he does, so I'm able to counter his mana and get more value out of my units. And then you can see the magicalness of Cannon Roller. So I didn't have Cannon Roller in my deck in every one of these games. In some of them I had Sniper Scrat in my deck instead. But in the end, I really like Cannon Roller more than Sniper Scrat, but you can put them either way you want them. I'm starting to push with my Living Statue, putting Crossbow Dudes behind it. My opponent plays Shen Storm Strike, but bam, shut down. Which is my opponent's counter to Living Statue. So now Living Statue is able to just get a ton of damage done to the enemy's base. The strongest, most reliable push that I found with this deck is the aimbot behind the Living Statue. I don't do that in all the games because I kind of realized that as I was rewatching my footage, that every time I used that strategy, it did really well. You can do better than me now. Surpass me. Become greater. Cannon Roller and his amazing DPS are able to take out the Whirly Scrat. That's something you got to watch out for with Stormbringer. He does not have great base defense, so you always got to support him there. Ignore me just leaving. I have this thing on my stream where people can redeem their channel points and make me do a shot, and so that is what happened. So I may not be entirely sober for all of these games. Tasty. No, Magma Cannon. He took one for the team, though. What a hero. Alkin Farseer is the person that requested it. If you're reading chat above my camera. I think my opponent panicked a little bit, played their Ghost a little bit too early. And then Living Statue is just able to end the game. Because he's cool like that. Next game. Bale Scrat's coming in. Living Statue going down. Take the bridge with my Propeller Scrats. I do make a mistake here with the placement of Magma Cannon. I should have placed Magma Cannon as close up to the bridge as I could, so that way he'd be able to kill all the minions that are attacking Living Statue and support Living Statue while he's crossing the bridge. There's that sniper scrat I was telling you about. Sadly, not a cannon roller, which would have been very good in that situation. Blast Crystal's able to soften up those units so I don't take too much damage. I took the bridge, but I do think playing the scrats there was a mistake. I should have just played my ATG drone or magma cannon or my living statue, literally anything else. Taking that bridge was not very important, and my opponent just took it right back. So, whatever. Whirly Scrat goes and takes top bridge. Mana Puff goes and takes the bottom bridge. Mana Puff dies. You can't explain that. Some sick walker on walker action there, top lane. Then literally everything chasing that warrior down. The best play here would have been to get down my living statue as fast as I could top lane, but I was reading chat and I did not do that. Blast Crystal is very good against APEP because it's able to kill his invincibility pretty quickly. Whirly Scrat and big boy himself, Living Statue, able to get on that base, get a lot of damage there. Save the Mana Puff, never die. Whirly Scrat and Aimbot is a pretty good push. Using a Blasty Boy to take out the Aimbot. I was thinking about using a Blasty Boy to get rid of the invincibility, but it just wouldn't have done enough damage for the mana cost, so I didn't do it. Now here I am, dying. But it's okay. Look at those scrats. They're able to take it all out. I might be in trouble. I might look like I'm in trouble here, but I'm not. No, everything is fine. There's nothing to worry about. Everything is fine. I'm not gonna lose. I'm not. Listen. Everything is fine. No one panic. That's 4 more health than I need. No, I did not steal that from Todd in chat. Don't listen to him. I've taken bot lane. Living Statue is gonna make it. He didn't make it. Blasty Boy, blasting it up. ATG drone gets him in range of a Blasty Boy, and I'm just able to end the game. Let's tune into my reaction live. Bitch, let's go! For the record, I was not calling my opponent a bitch. I was using it as an exclamation. It was not meant as a derogatory term. I'm not a coward, so I'm not playing first. And we're just going to sit here and wait for my opponent to play. I won't crack. I'm not a coward. You play first. And he plays first. My opponent, verified coward. I could have used a Blasty Boy, but I thought it would be hilarious if a magma cannon took out his older brother, Laser Turret. And it was hilarious. I'm able to kill the Shadow Whelp with a Blasty Boy. Wanting my opponent to play something so I can hit it with both Blasty Boys and able to get that extra bonus juicy damage. Because I was able to take out the Shadow Whelp and the wall, my living statue was able to get a lot of damage done there. I don't want to sit at 10 mana, so I'm going to play the ATG drone back as far as possible, so I'm able to react to what my opponent does. He plays them literally on top of my Blasty Boy sitting there. That shows you how much people have played against that. A healing Fireball nerf coming in clutch. And somehow, after all of that, they still were able to deal 500 damage. That's just not right. Everything's focusing on the wall. Blasty Boy comes in clutch, killing the Shadow Whelp. Stormbringer being kind of a little he's being kind of a little meanie face. That's the word I was gonna say. And wasn't taking out that Legionnaire, so I had to come in and do it for him. Will he get another hit? No. As you can see, Blasty Boy is able to take out lots of health on those Brothers of Light. ATG drone chewing everything up there. I don't really want them to hit my base. Guess what has a lot of health? That's right, living statue. Stay strong, men. You can do this. Laser turret. Bam, blown up. I did that because I was able to do a lot of damage to the enemy's base, and laser turret was kind of preventing some of my units from attacking his base. And so I was just able to end him because I did the extra damage to his base, and Stormbringer coming in clutch with the final bits of damage. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. I know, third shirt of the video, how about that? It's just because I changed shirts a lot in one day. It's not that I did this video over multiple days. I just changed my shirt a lot. Yeah. Anyways, if you enjoyed watching, normally I don't record the games live. If you liked that more, let me know. If you don't give a shit, let me know as well. With a very heartfelt comment. Like and subscribe. Come and follow my Twitch channel so you can, I don't know, so you can be there and watch me. I'm a cool guy. Yeah.